All right, guys, let's get Commando here with the Luminox Commando Raider from Saltzman's in Rhode Island. Big thanks to the crew over there and Richard for working with me and getting these watches in my hand so I can share them with you guys so you have a better reference, video reference for the watches that you may want to purchase. This one here is let's talk about the model here. This is the XL3337. Retail price $595. All of the information will be down below, or a link to the information will be down below in the description as well. 46 millimeter case. The case is made of Carbonox, which is a trademarked or proprietary carbon compound that Luminox uses to construct many of their cases. They also do stainless steel and I think they might even do titanium and stuff like that. But their big claim to fame has been the Carbonox cases, which are, a resin carbon compound that is lightweight and very much like plastic, but it's going to have stronger properties than just a traditional plastic. So anyway, 46 millimeter case, a 51 lug to lug. The thickness is going to be about 14.5 millimeter. There is a flat sapphire crystal up top. That is nice. And you have a screwed in case back here. Keeping the 200 meter water depth rating is also a screw down crown. The 24 millimeter lug width here is going to accommodate many of the Luminox straps. This one is a very nice, brilliant green. It is genuine rubber, and you will need to cut it down to size. You can either have your authorized dealer do that for you, or you can do it yourself simply with a sharp knife, utility knife or something like that. And then it has a fold-over stamped clasp with 3 micro adjust, very thin profile, very easy to use, and very comfortable. Full strap weighs 90 grams, so they're also lightweight. Quartz movement, obviously you can see that legitimate arrow ticking away there. It's also skeletonized on its tip, so you can see through that. That's kind of interesting design. I do like that. The movement inside should be, I can't confirm this because I'm not going to pull the case back, but it should be a Harley Ronda GMT quartz movement. I believe the number is called a 515.24H, so 24 hours, so because it has the GMT. And they're not your standard Ronda quartz movements because they have to space out, and I'll zoom in so you can kind of see this and understand this. They have to get the spacing correctly on the center post because you have to accommodate a little more space for the tritium tubes that are both on the hour and minute hand so you don't have any clearance issues. So typically you'll have, similar movements in different watches, but they're, just a little bit different for the Luminox or any other brand that uses their movements with tritium tubes. Just a little side note. The movements are very accurate. They're high torque movement, and they have 1 joule. They had to get that 1 joule in there for some reason. I'm not sure why. It helps with just friction points and stuff. You have a 60-click bezel. It has a compass ring on the inner part here that looks like a green anodized aluminum. And then on the outer part here is a countdown timer. So versus a regular dive bezel, you flip the numbers over. So say you have a 15-minute wait. I don't think any of us use this for actual legitimate military missions for the most part. Maybe some people do, but average consumers are not going to use them that way. So say you need the time, like for my job, I time a spot test that's called for 10 minutes. So I would just rotate the 10 over to, because it's a 60-click one direction bezel. So I would just put the 10 at the minute. And then when the minute hand gets down to the 0 or the tritium tube here, then I know my 10-minute elapse has been, and then I can continue on with my job. So personally, I find countdown bezels more useful than dive bezels. You can use a dive bezel as a countdown bezel. It's just you gotta think about it more. This one is non-thinking. I put how many minutes I need to count down, and then when the minute hand hits 0, then I'm good to go. But really nice action on this 60-click, and you'll also notice the scallops on the side here are set on an angle so you have even more traction. There's Very nice tactile feel to this bezel. And you do have one tritium tube there, and then you have a double, I think orange, at the 12, a single at the 3, 6, and 9, and then you have them on the hour and minute hand. Additionally, for lume on this thing, they have Super Luminova placed at all the other intervals. So nice deal there. The screw down crown is actually very easy to operate. Has a nice pop to it for a quartz movement. Usually you don't have a really nice pop on the quartz ones for some reason. And then you can pop it all the way out. You can adjust the time. In the mid section here, you can adjust the date. And then if you spin it the other way, it's going to adjust the GMT hand. So you can track 2 time zones. And then you just push that in, screw that down, keep your 200-meter water resist. We'll zoom back out, we'll do a wrist shot, and then we will attempt to do a lume shot. Now it's going to be a little floppy on wrist because I'm not going to cut this down. This is a brand new watch. It's going to go back to Saltzman's. So there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Yes, on the larger side, much like a G-Shock or something like that, you know, but super lightweight, and it's going to be very comfortable and unobtrusive just primarily because of the weight. So don't dismiss it just because of the given dimensions, the 46 by 51, because that 90, the weight is what really matters often in these style watches. All right, let's kill the lights and check the lume. Okay, I think you can see that. I don't even need to blast it. So you can see the Super Luminova, and you can actually see the tritium tubes a little bit, hopefully. If I put it with the UV light, you can definitely see that. So you have the green at the 369, which tie in really cool with that under UV light. It ties in really cool with that green strap. And then you have orange on the 12, the hour and minute. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.